Being named Patron of the Year for 2025, I'm deeply humbled. It's such an honor, and I'm actually excited that it happened this year in a year where the arts organizations are really having funding taken away, and I think it's a great chance to really talk about opportunities and talk about patronage. My love for the arts really began about 15 years ago. I started my career as a bond analyst. I've always been an analytical person, and I did a lot of volunteer work for an organization called the CFA Institute. And I was in a gallery, and I saw this fabulous contemporary watercolor by a female artist, and I bought the work, and that really started my love for collecting. So I am a minority in my industry. So women as a percentage of portfolio managers is less than 20% of the industry globally. And I think it's really important to give everyone a platform in which they have a voice. It's really been getting to know the artists, understanding what their message is. I think it's really important to develop empathy, and that's really been my governing principle. There are so many artists, I think, that have deeply moved me in many ways. One is Jamal Cyrus, who is a Houston-based artist. I purchased one of his works in 2016. I was really drawn to his history and how he was trying to convey his experience growing up. And then there is a young artist that I met named Ping Zing. She grew up in an era where there was a lot of shame to be a female, and how she dealt with that is really through finding peace and solace in nature. These two, I think, are amazing and fantastic to talk about. These are Emma Amos. And Emma was an important female Black artist. So the top one is called Four Clouds, and you can see there's an appendage of different colors. And in the middle, you see babies. And regardless of our differences, we all care about family. We all care about our children. So I love the fact that she's trying to bring people together through her work. This bottom one is part of her Falling series, and she really talked about, as a woman, how hard it was to juggle her job, her kids, her family, and at times you just feel like you just are falling out of window. You just feel like you're just letting go. But if you look at the faces of the people, none of them are in distress. And so she talks about, even though you fall at times, your tribe is always there to catch you. Advice I would give to somebody young is, number one, you will not make any mistakes. I've had a lot of people ask me, do you think this is a good idea? How do you go about doing X, Y, Z? There are no mistakes that you're going to make. Probably the thing that I've done the best is I've never bought anything that I don't like. I've kind of followed a passion, and that has basically evolved into activism, which has been fantastic. One of the things that I love the most is going to artist talks. I think that's a great opportunity to learn more about different artists and get exposure to different things. I'm definitely drawn to artists who have recreated environments where women really excel. If you look at work by Summer Wheat, for example, she started her series really working with beekeepers, and beekeepers were a very important profession back in the 1800s that only men have. And so she's kind of recreated women in traditionally male roles. Art League is a perfect example of what needs to be supported in this day and age. I think art is one of the perfect mediums to pull people together and to be able to have constructive conversations about a variety of things. We need to build more empathy. We need to build more understanding globally. Art is the right way to do it, and it's an environment where funding is being taken away from the arts organizations, as opposed to, I think this is an environment where we need to be putting money into art.